Hello, lacrosse friends, and welcome to the 2025 Major Series Lacrosse Playoffs. We have semifinal action on tap. I'm Steven Stamp, very pleased to be bringing you this game between Brooklin Lacrosse Club and the Peterborough Lakers here at the Peterborough Memorial Centre. The Lakers are about to come out to Iron Man. Brooklyn Lacrosse Club is already down on their goal line. And we're just awaiting the Lakers coming out. The second place, Peterborough Lakers facing the third place, Brooklyn Lacrosse Club. We started out with a performance by 5 separate groups of Lakers dance teams. And now we're going to get to the main event. Semifinal action between Brooklyn Lacrosse Club and Peterborough Lakers. The other semifinal also starting tonight, Six Nations Chiefs and Owen Sound North Stars. We'll be playing game one of their best of 7 semifinal. 4 of the 7 teams in the league made the playoffs this year. Coburg, Brampton, and Oakville missed the boat on the playoffs. But tonight, things get rolling, and sprinting out is Matt Gilray. Nick Rose led the way, and then Gilray blasts out, and the Lakers are coming to the floor in front of their home crowd. I am Steven Stamp. It's my pleasure to be here with you. Peterborough is there. And there is Brooklyn Lacrosse Club wearing their road reds. Peterborough wearing the home blues. And that was a big old flash of light. We are just about ready to go. We're going to have the anthem, and then it'll be time to start this first of 7 games.
Coaching staff on receiving the Terry Sanderson Award presented to the Major Series Lacrosse.
Lakers coaches are being recognized for winning the Terry Sanderson Coaching Staff of the Year Award. Tonight is game 1. Game 2 will go Saturday in Brooklyn at 8 p.m. Next Monday, we will have a civic holiday showdown here at the Peterborough Memorial Centre at 7 p.m. And then 8 p.m. games the rest of the way. Game 4 in Brooklyn, Wednesday, August the 6th. After that, if needed, and we think they will be. I don't see anybody sweeping this one, but Thursday, August the 7th here in Peterborough. Wednesday, August the 13th, a bit of a gap there in Brooklyn, and then Thursday, August 14th. If there's a Game 7, it will be right here in the Peterborough Memorial Centre. Lakers always love to have some pregame ceremonies. We're going to have the Anthem of Canada, and we will be back with the game right after that. All right, the anthem has been sung. The Lakers' 5 groups of dancers are heading off the floor. It could take a while for them all to get off to their dressing rooms, as you can see them making their way out through the exit down to our right. Jake Withers at the dot against his fellow number 10, Bo Columbus. Withers, the best in the business. Bo Columbus, an up-and-comer who will be taken fairly high in this year's National Lacrosse League entry draft. And they are engaging in a battle off the first draw. Ball pops out. Snagged there. Nice job grabbing that one by Ryan Barnable, and BLC will have the first chance at net. They shoot, stopped by Nick Rose, the starting goaltender for the Lakers. He is facing off against Zach Higgins, 2 of the best in the game. One at either end. Here's Holden Catoni, an absolute sniper. Feeds Thomas Hogarth, and the Lakers are off to a roaring start. Holden Catoni, known as a sniper, but he's going to hit Thomas Hogarth, maybe the most dangerous inside player in lacrosse. And the Lakers have gone up 1-0, just 19:27, or just 33 seconds into this first period. Another extended battle. Withers clamping down, but again, BLC swoops in and gets it. This time it's Mike Byrne taking that one. He'll pass it down, tries to get it over to Barnable. He is double teamed, fights out and tosses it back up. And Brady Kiernan will get things going off to his brother Connor. Connor Kiernan is going to go up top. And Sean Wesley, the leading scorer for this club with 59 points this summer. Wesley gets it back. Ducks shoots. Nick Rose is there to make that stop. And the Lakers are going to run. Nothing there. So Johnny Pearson will stay up with the offense for now. Big check. But racing out to get it, and the Lakers will maintain possession. Nice little underhand pass there from Carter Page. He finds Joe Rezateritz. Rezateritz driving, passes out front. Tried to hit Page. That one gets away from him. And it'll be scooped up in the corner by Michael White. This is a veritable feast for draftniks. There are a lot of players who are going to be drafted very high in coming drafts, including one right there, Will McLeod, as he rips it across. Nick Rose with that save. McLeod, number 8 for Brooklyn. Probably a top 5 guy this year. And, of course, there are a lot of players who have already gone very high in NLL drafts and are plying their trade professionally. Right now, though, it's all about the Man Cup. Holden Catoni feeds it through, can't quite connect with Rezateritz. Hogarth does get it back. That's quite a behind the back. Hard shot trickles through. Higgins falls backwards on it. There were no Lakers there, so it was okay, but it was trickling slowly towards the net. Here's Kiernan with the pass to Jacob Hickey, who has been an absolute terror in transition for both BLC and the Brooklyn Merchants. A bunch of these players doing double duty, playing with the Merchants as they will be playing host to the President's Cup. Here's Connor Kiernan trying to pass it through. Is knocked down by the captain, Robert Hope. And Dylan Hutchison, one of the most underrated players in the game, I think, will race up the floor. He's going to stay and play an offensive shift. He is quite capable of doing so. Tate Catoni, pass to the near side. Rezateritz isolated as Page pops up high. Page over to Tate Catoni. Misses on the far side. Tate Catoni tied for leading scorer on this Lakers club, along with Mike Robinson. Haven't seen Robinson yet. We will. He's wearing number 20. He has been huge, the youngster. Not necessarily who you'd expect to be the Lakers' top scorers. Not all the big guns have been at all the games. Holden Catoni has a bunch, of course. Joe Rezateritz, Thomas Hogarth, all contributing. Braden Saris, they picked up him up in a trade with the Coburg Kodiaks. And now a chance to run. Probably a good decision by Barnable not to try and push it, as he had Justin Lee with him. We're watching Justin Lee play this summer, and he has really made an impression. Good young player. He is staying up for an offensive shift. I think he's just going to bang around a little as Connor Kiernan, the captain of this club, hands it off near side to Luke Keenan. Keenan back to Kiernan. His shot stopped by Nick Rose. Long outlet pass. They find Brad McCulley off the bench. Oh, and they get one. What a finish there in front. The Lakers quickly up 2-0 on just a rocket from the top. I told you Mike Robinson would make himself known. It is 2-0 Lakers, just under 5 minutes here into the first period. Play 3:20s here in Summer Lacrosse. The winner of this series will face the winner of Six Nations and Owen Sound. Probably fairly universal expectation that the Chiefs are going to win that one. They have an absolute monster of a roster. Withers again winning the clamp. And this time the Lakers come away with the ball. Gilray hits the runner. They go back door. Didn't quite connect. And here's some pressure all over Hogarth. Hogarth is pinned along the boards. The Lakers just taking their time, and the ball's going to be rolled out, snagged there by Jake Darlison. Another one of the young BLC members gets ahead to Brady Kiernan. He's watched like a hawk by Matt Gilray, one of the stellar defenders on this Lakers club. There are some great defense on both sides. Here's Keenan. He'll get a little pick there. Nothing coming of it. On the run. That was a rip by Wesley. Here's Holden Katoni. Lakers will slow it up. Always looking to press. Both teams like to run. Use the bench for transition as well as their defenders running up the floor. Saris hands it off. Speaking of high picks, foot save by Higgins on that cross the body shot by Reza Terrence. And here come BLC in transition, racing up. Holden Garland with the rip. He was an NLL Cup finalist with the Saskatchewan Rush this year. Now he will rush off the floor to get a change, get the defense out there, get some fresh legs as the Lakers set up their O. Offside shot that's rolling, but goes a little bit wide. Maybe a bit of a break for Higgins. And now we've got one coming the other way. This is Will McLeod. He'll blast one that's wide. It's going to be grabbed by Gilray. He is always a threat in transition. Will stay up for some offensive shifts as well. He's going to go to the net, shoots. That's wide. Almost got it back. Now he does. Shot Zach Young all over him. The Lakers are going to slow it down a little bit. Carter Page at the top with a dozen seconds left on the shot clock. Hard blast by Holden Katoni, but Higgins has no problem with that. Shot 7-6 for Brooklyn so far, but the Lakers, the only two that have gone into the net. Wesley surveying from the top. Will hand it off to Taggart Clark. McLeod back to Clark. Traffic in front. They're going to shoot through it. It's blocked. It's off the leg of Johnny Pearson. Goes off a Brooklyn player and up out of play, and it's going to be Lakers possession. Jake Withers. He's not just a face-off guy. He's also an outstanding defender. Former NLL Rookie of the Year. Brad McCulley is seeing what he's got there. Gets a little pick. They come to the far side, and Carter Page, that's Braden Saris. Lets one rip. That rocks off the post. The whole net shook on that one. Nice save, Higgins, throwing up the arm to stop Thomas Hogarth. And BLC comes away. That's a tricky little pass for Brady Kiernan, but he manages it. Brooklyn setting up. We are anticipating a great series between these teams. Quite a battle during the regular season. Kiernan goes to the net, gets knocked down. And here's an outlet pass. They're going to find Katoni off the bench. Carter Page backpedals while they finish the change. Down to Reza Terrence. You can see they're isolating him. He is being watched closely by Barnable. Now Barnable's going to pop back out. Trying to figure out who to pick up. Katoni on the doorstep. Turned aside by Higgins. He's looking up the floor. Oh, that one was tipped. Brad McCulley got a piece of that. It's going to lead to a turnover. Here's Withers. Has McCulley with him, or Hogarth with him. It was Hogarth that made that block. Now the forecheck from Joe Rezaterets. Hogarth and Withers, and somehow fighting out of that. What a job. And a chance the other way. Rose has it. It's between the arm and body. Oh, what an effort to get that one forward, but Rose slams the door shut. Blast from the top. Mike Robinson is off target. That's going to get up and out of play. Robinson, one of a handful of Lakers who play for the Halifax Thunderbirds. He was saying early in the season he was a little surprised to hear Heave Away as the goal song for the Lakers this summer. Wesley trying to duck underneath. It's Brady Kiernan, diving attempt off the hand of Nick Rose. And Gilray fights through a forecheck. Gets it to the forwards coming off the bench. Hogarth immediately on to Tate Katoni. And yes, it's Tate Katoni who's tied for the Lakers scoring lead in the regular season. Not his brother Holden, his older brother. Here's Hogarth. Oh, what a pass through to Reza Terrence. I was convinced he was shooting. Were you convinced he was shooting? Look at this play. The give, the go, the pass. Oh, that is perfection. And the Peterborough Lakers have come ready to play in the 2025 MSL playoffs. Jake Withers directing his teammates where he wants them to be. He is very confident, as well he should be, in his skills. Here's a chance for Brooklyn. That rip is well wide from Ryan Barnable. Great chance, but Rose another stop. That was Nate Woods with the chance. Another transition threat. You can see how dangerous he can be. That one's going to wind up with Higgins. And Brooklyn will try to get on the board. It's 10 shots apiece for these teams. Here comes McLeod over the top. Feeds it across. Kiernan ducking underneath. Shovel pass. Tried to connect there. Couldn't get it to Boucher. Chris Boucher will stay up the floor behind the net. And they have it. They're going to find him coming around behind the net. But he was well watched by Eric Schul. Good, solid defensive play. And the 30 will expire on BLC. Penalty coming, the first of the game, as Higgins will kneel on that. We're going to have a holding the stick call. It's been a point of emphasis this year. That's Bo Columbus going to the box for 2 minutes or less. So the Lakers already with a 3-0 lead. Saris will start at the top of the power play. The strong right with Holden, Katoni, and McCulley are the lefties. Here's Reza Terrence, and down low is Hogarth. Barnable and Byrne at the top of the penalty kill. The low man, Garland. And Zach Young. Perimeter passing to start. Flip up top. Saris likes his lane. Shoots, misses. Grabbed there by Garland. Great job to zip behind the net. Lobbed outlet pass to Byrne, who'll run on to, oh, that's going to be caught. And no, it goes into the Brooklyn bench. Bit of an error there. Unforced error, and that's going to give the Lakers a chance to set up. They've still got a bunch of time. Almost a minute and a half still to go on this power play. Katoni, stopped by Higgins. They're going to need Higgins to be a wall here to overcome this early deficit. Make sure they creep back in. You don't want to let a team get too far ahead. Tony, hard pass across. Shot blocked in front by Garland. Took it in the shin. Quick ball movement. Up to Saris. Backdoor quick set. Great save. Higgins, excellent movement post to post. And Ben McDonald will start with possession. He'll rip one up to Brady Kiernan. 45 left on the penalty. Kiernan changing lanes, changing course, fighting through, gets a shot off. Brooklyn was looking for a call. They're not going to get one. Kiernan will show that his chin strap has popped loose. And he felt like his face mask is askew. Lakers, 20 seconds left on the power play. They've got time to try something here. Katoni, backdoor. Oh, great attempt, but Higgins got enough of it. Michael White rumbles up over center. The penalty expires. We're back to even strength. Here's Wesley. Ball pops loose. It's Gilray taking off with it. Look at the wheels by Will McLeod coming back. Great transition defense hustle by McLeod. Now pushing it up the other way is Nate Woods. I remember seeing Woods in the President's Cup the last couple years with the Snake Island Muskies. You're going to see him this year with the Brooklyn Merchants. Taggart Clark, nice little toe drag. Gets that shot off. It's going to be a reset after Rose made that save. They just haven't been able to get one past Rose yet. Sidearm rip. That's off the crossbar. What a rocket from Bushi. That's way up into the ceiling. Bounces down to the far end of the floor. First penalty for the Lakers will also be a holding the stick. This one's going to Jake Withers. So what better opportunity for Brooklyn than to have a power play? See if they can make it count. Boucher will be at the top. Kiernan's the low man, goes back to Wesley. Here's Brady Kiernan. They've got McLeod down in the crease. He'll cut through the middle. Lots of traffic. A lot of movement. Kiernan goes behind the net. McLeod quickly back. Shooting lane for Kiernan. Doesn't like it. Shooting lane for the other Kiernan. He does like it. But that one stopped. That's a back end. That was fairly obvious. Alex Pace is arguing it, but yeah, that's about as much of a back end as you're going to get. Fresh 30 for the BLC. Brady Kiernan. A little awkward catch on that one. Hard rip. That was tipped by a Laker. Goes straight out, though. Nice catch by Wesley. Brooklyn just having trouble finding open lanes. Great movement by the Lakers. Penalty kill. They get a backdoor attempt. Kiernan just missed on that. 4 to shoot. Bushi gets a reset attempt, but it's grabbed there by Robert Hope, still sitting in the crease. And he will lob one ahead to Tate Katoni, who had to wait to get off the bench. You're looking, no hands. The change was good as Katoni waited just long enough. We'll hand it off to Brad McCulley. Lakers going to PK mode. The fans here love this, the clapping, the rhythmic clapping. It's a throwback to the days when there was no shot clock. Driving to the net, Tate Katoni. Can't believe he didn't bury that one. Higgins will make the short outlet pass. Katoni with a little back check pressure. McLeod's going to slow things down, get the power play out there. They've still got 30 seconds to work with, lots of time. Holden Katoni has it. 4:50 to go here in the first period. Thanks, Lacrosse friends, for being with us. Great to have you all on board. Bounce pass to Reziteris as we're back at even strength. That hard rip to the far top corner, stopped by Higgins. Pressure from Withers after he comes out of the penalty box. making it pretty challenging for Michael White to get up over center. He's still got the ball. Eventually will get it down into the corner. Here's Taggart Clark. Shot by McLeod, but he didn't have the ball in his stick. Here's Mitch Ogilvie. Great to see him back on the floor. Gets a shot off, but Zach Higgins has no trouble with that. And here comes Justin Lee, the rangy defender covering all kinds of ground. He's going to stay and play. He stayed up for a couple of shifts this game. Bouncer. That's going to go wide, but comes straight back out to Keenan. He's got nobody to pass to. He's looking for a flip pass. They go back door. Can't quite connect with Bushi. Kiernan's shot is blocked, and the Lakers get possession with 3.5 to go here in the first period. McCulley finds Hogarth on the near side. Penalty coming to Brooklyn. Tate Katoni's going to hang on to it. Flip it out. Tried to get to McCulley. Delayed penalty coming as Rose hits the bench, but time's going to run out on the Lakers. They will, however, go to the man advantage. Thank you, John and Mirabel. Anybody wondering what's going on in the other semifinal tonight? The Six Nations Chiefs, probably not a huge surprise to anyone, they have run out to a 6-0 lead over the Owen Sound North Stars. Tony down to Hogarth. Backdoor attempt by Rezateris. Higgins makes that stop. Peterborough now out shooting Brooklyn 18-14 and hold that 3-0 lead. That shot, did it go off a Laker? They're going to say it was a stick-on-stick check, but it came straight off the stick of Ryan Barnable. Braden Saris will trot up over center. 2.5 to go here in the first. Picked off, Garland. Taking a look to see what he's got. He's one-on-one with Saris. Now that both teams stream their changes out. I appreciate the Danny Gallivan comment. I was just thinking about him today, actually. That was Connor Kiernan changing his mind mid-shot. And that did not work out, as it generally does not. Here's Holden Katoni. Minute 45 to go in the first. We're going to work on our scoreboard a little bit, maybe in the intermission, see what we can't do. Maybe a little more option than we were anticipating. McDonald loses his stick. Wanted a holding the stick call, but he just protects the ball effectively and lets his teammate scoop it up. Barnable gets it ahead, and McLeod is going to wait along the half boards after he flips it up to the top. Luke Keenan deciding what he wants to do. Shot from the outside. Wesley was stopped and the Lakers get it. Robert Hope, the captain, takes a peek up. Hits Tate Katoni coming off the bench. Last minute for the lefties on each team to have that break from the bench with the benches on opposite sides. Both teams have the same handed shooter coming off the bench first. Saris will blast when Higgins stops it. He's made 16 saves now. Oh, that's a dangerous one. Shovel shot attempt by Hogarth after that pass. Actually banked off of Garland. And they do get it ahead eventually to Mike Byrne. Mike Byrne wearing an A is one of the alternate captains along with Barnable. The captain, Connor Kiernan, will take that pass over along the half boards. 16 in the period, 10 on the shot clock, so they can't really wait for last shot. Behind the back pass doesn't connect. Will the Lakers take a timeout? They will not. And we're going to have a back in. So Brooklyn has 6.6 seconds to work with. Zach Higgins is racing to the bench. They want to Brooklyn's trying to take their time going to pick that ball up. The officials are saying, let's go. They do get their 6 out. Tuck, shoot. Wesley got the shot off. That is going to end the first period with the Lakers up 3-0 over Brooklin Lacrosse Club here at the Memorial Centre. Thank you, lacrosse friends, for being with us. I'm Steven Stamp, and this is Major Series Lacrosse semifinal action on Stamp Black's YouTube. And we will be back in 12 minutes after this intermission. Welcome back, lacrosse friends. 3-0 is the score here in game one. As we start the second period. We actually have the time visible to us. Normally, very often we can't see the time and score on the overhead scoreboard here in the Memorial Centre, but we can tonight. So we're going to be giving you our best approximation. It is our timer that we're running on the scoreboard, on the scoreboard now, as Brooklyn starts with first possession. And we will plan. I'm going to be streaming all of the games from here at the Memorial Centre in this series. That rip from the outside, missing wide from Chris Boucher, and the Lakers up into the offensive zone for the first time in the second period. So we will get a live scoreboard up for you. We'll get game audio enhancing the stream. That's Joe Reziteritz. Hands that one off to Katoni, but it doesn't quite connect. On the run is Justin Lee. He's going to pull up, stay for another offensive shift as Taggart Clark goes deep into the corner. Ran into a bit of a issue with the original streamer. Oh, there's a shot. Nick Rose stops that one. So just actually found out last night about 10:30 as I was coming home from Ganawage where I was streaming a Senior B game that we'd be doing this game today. So apologies for everything not being quite perfect. Had a pretty quick turnaround today. But we are going to ramp this up as we go, as the playoffs themselves tend to ramp up. What a rip by Hogarth. That's off the post and up into the stands. The crowds will grow. I think this is going to be a great series. Nobody anticipates this being one-sided. Tate Katoni had to double clutch. He was watched closely there. Michael White all over him. McCulley will get one down into the corner. A dozen seconds on the shot clock. That rip gets past Higgins, but off to the side of the net. And he gets it out to Michael White. Brooklyn trying to get something going, trying to get the offense untracked or on track. Boucher cutting in, tries to hit Connor Kiernan. Kiernan shoved from behind. Brooklyn wanted a call, but it's going to be Lakers possession. Off goes Alex Pace. Sorry, that's Ben Trumbull. Speaking of high draft picks this fall, he's going to be a first rounder in the NLL draft, maybe a top 10 guy. Joe Reziteritz. Here's Mike Robinson. A lot of red jerseys right in the middle as the Lakers kind of driving in towards the net. That's tipped away from Katoni by Barnable. He's going to go on a run. Hutchison, the first guy off the bench defensively. That's a big pick by Justin Lee. Didn't lead to anything, but nice work by Lee. Blast there. Hope is going to be the first one to the corner. Actually, he's going to be beaten there. Great hustle to get after that by Barnable. Not losing much when you leave Barnable up there for an offensive shift. A lot of versatility. A great chance in front. Boucher with the shot. Now the penalty, first penalty of the second period is going to be a slashing call. It's going to be Ben Trumbull going to the box. Chris Williams with that call. Again, the time on the screen is our approximation. Is very close. We'll be adjusting as we go, but at the end of the period or at the end of a 30, don't take it as the time. It's going to be very close, giving you an idea of where we are. McLeod can't get that pass, but it is grabbed by Brady Kiernan. Will McLeod, the hard block that went off a Laker, rolls into Nick Rose. And we've got another penalty. This one going to Matt Gilray. Alex Pace. And it's going to be a 5-on-3 for up to 1:36. Glorious opportunity for BLC. Yeah, thanks everyone for your patience, for being with us. We are going to try and bring you as much of the excitement as we can of all these games. Brooklyn, good ball movement. Barnable, the safety valve up top. Kiernan rips one. Low to high, misses. It did get a piece of roast. It's a fresh 30. Pops out of the stick of Brady Kiernan. He's going to come up to Will McLeod, one of the double-duty Merchants players, along with Braden Saris. I'll tell you, that Merchants team is basically the Burlington Blaze of Minto Cup glory. Nick Rose with another save. Boy, Nick Rose makes it look so easy when he is on his game. Dylan Hutchison, great communication to let him know that a check was coming as I think it was Garland streaming off the bench. Carter Page has the ball taken away by Michael Byrne. It's going to be a holding penalty. So there goes the 5-on-3. So it's going to go 4-on-3 now, which is basically the same thing as you leave the safety valve player up top. But the Lakers are going to have some time to kill towards the 33 seconds remaining on their first penalty. They should be able to kill pretty much all of it and get back to a 4-on-4 situation. Robinson. This is Saris up at the top. Great catch there by Higgins. But yeah, Saris playing for the Lakers. McLeod for the BLC. Alex Marinier played for the Coburg Kodiaks this year. He was also with the Merchants for that President's Cup run. That's going to be a dandy in Whitby. Right now, though, the focus is right here as McLeod tries to duck underneath. Nice pass. Another save by Nick Rose. We're 4-on-4 for another 7 seconds. Then it's going to be a Lakers power play. That shot was blocked, and it goes into the corner where Brady Kiernan comes away with it. Here comes Pace out of the box. Lakers are on the man advantage. Great chance in front, but Taggart Clark couldn't make the catch and wound up in the crease. Mitch Ogilvie running the floor. What an addition he is. Underrated, but gritty defender. Really moves in transition. His final year as a junior Laker, he was the captain. He was playing defense. He was playing on the power play. What a blast from Braden Saris. The dead overhand. Just think about him and Alex Marinier out there on your team as they were with the Burlington Blaze. That is a big part of why they won the Minto Cup 2 years ago. Why the Merchants are such strong contenders for the Prezi. Withers, Columbus. Loose ball push called. Withers and Columbus getting into it a little bit. Kiernan will take this pass up top. 4-0 for the Lakers. Boucher underneath. That shot misses wide. It's going to be Lakers possession. They hit Reza Terrence coming off the bench. It's the righties for each team this period. Oh, he just finds some space and bounces one. That is one that Jake Darlison would like to have back. As Reza Terrence just ducks underneath him. Bounces it far side. Darlison went for the little hesitation step. And it's a 5-0 game. Do we have... it's a timeout for Brooklyn. I thought we might be getting a goalie change. I thought maybe Steven Orleman was coming in. But instead, Jason Johnson will take a timeout. Sorry, Joel Johnson, the head coach of Brooklin Lacrosse Club. He's helped by Brad Reed, Clancy Elmas, and for the Lakers, the head coach, Mike Hazen. He's got Bob Keese on the defensive end. Chad Campbell helping as well. And then on the offensive end, Matt Giles and Tracy Koleski. That is a wealth of coaching experience on either side of this floor. Will this timeout change things? Swing their momentum? Withers pulls another one out. Comes away with it himself. Passes from his knees. And Alex Pace will get it ahead, beating the 8-second count. Ogilvy lobs one across. You could see Barnable thinking, do I have a chance? Go after it, but he would have sent Joe Reziteritz alone, ducking underneath, so he pulled back. Good decision. Lakers set up in the offensive zone. They got 10 seconds on the shot clock. Holden Catoni, that's what we're used to seeing from him. Dead over the top, running across the top, and blasting one far top corner. Look at the purity of that stroke. As Catoni blasts it home, I am kind of shocked. And obviously, that timeout did not help Brooklyn so far. We'll see. It's only one play. Rich Kilgore has always said it. He was the head coach for the Six Nations Chiefs. He's assistant with them again now. And I remember he would always say when the Lakers and Chiefs were playing all the time is, here's a nice drive by Nate Woods. He'd say, in a 7-game series between two really good teams, each team's going to win a blowout. There's going to be some real battles the rest of the way, and you just got to win those close ones. You can't worry when you get blown out. Can't get too happy when you blow one out. If this is a blowout win for the Lakers, as it's trending towards, it's far from over. But keep that in mind. It will not mean much for the series as a whole. The Lakers know that, but they're going to try and keep pouring it on here because they know Brooklyn can come back in a hurry. Chance for McCulley. Stopped. Higgins looks behind him, but it's not there. The team's... Oh, we have a penalty coming. Slashing call on his way off the floor. That's Tate Catoni. Andrew Ecclestone having a chat with the BLC bench. He's going to go explain something to them. And Catoni will take a look to see what he did to earn this penalty. First game of the year for both teams was their May 21st season opener. Peterborough won that one 13-10 over Brooklyn. A month later, June 19th, just under a month, Brooklyn returned the favor with a 13-9 win over the Lakers. They met for the third time on July 9th, just a couple of weeks ago. That was a very tight game, a 9-8 win for Peterborough. So they took the season series. Connor Kiernan rips one, and Nick Rose is just on tonight. He has these nights where he just seems to see everything coming in. The shots on goal, 26-23, don't speak to a blowout, but right now the score is 6-0. And Brooklyn is looking for answers. Reziteritz on his offside. Carter Page on his offside, saved by Higgins. Robinson, the first one there, it's swatted ahead. Sprinting onto it is Mike Byrne. Connor Kiernan's going to slow things down, leaves it there. No, he didn't leave it there. He's now going to flip it over. This is Brady Kiernan. Boucher wasn't quite ready for that. Flips it up to Connor Kiernan. Brady with a little hesitation. The shot, though, was affected by the defender. Here's a chance on the run. Gilray. Big save. Zach Higgins. Matt Gilray. Boy, he gets going. One of the best transition players in the game. Brooklyn's going to set up the O. 40 seconds left on the power play. Hard rip to the far side. Rose gets just enough of it. Bouncer. Back up to the top. Another chance for Boucher. That one's a little bit wide. When you start seeing guys missing just wide of the post like that, often a sign the goalie is kind of getting into their heads. They feel like they've got to be perfect. They've got to get it right against the bar. Twister from Tiger Clark was close, but Rose stopped that one. You kind of do have to get it right against the bar against Rose tonight. Here's Tiger Clark, another save by Rose. Brooklyn will get a fresh 30 if it's picked up by Clark. There's a battle, though, for it along the boards. Right down in the corner. Nice job, Allison Harding on camera to get that one. There's a big battle. You guys have a better view of that one than I do, as there's a lot of stuff between me and that bottom corner. The cutter, the rip just wide. Connor Kiernan can't believe it. He is shaking his head as he goes off. He knows he had that one. Kiernan, one of the top scorers for the Ottawa Black Bears during the winter season in the NLL. Tate Katoni, fresh off his penalty, comes to the near side to Brad McCulley. Cross floor movement. Tate Katoni rips it, scores! A rocket. The Katoni brothers are showing what they've got in their sticks. Absolute high octane. Oh, you can't even see that. That's the old, your stick has eyes that you don't. As Tate Katoni, midway through the second period, has made it 7-0. Lakers up by a converted touchdown. I'm Steven Stamp. Thanks so much, Lacrosse Friends, for being with us as the playoffs get rolling in Major Series Lacrosse. Byrne driving off the draw, but nice job by the Lakers ball team. Colton Armstrong in particular to get back and turn that chance away. Got to give a lot of credit to the Lakers D tonight. They have been very difficult to create anything against. That shot ricochets around amongst the feet. A bit of pinball, but Rose makes the save. And what a catch by Carter Page. If I were you, I would just hit the back button, back arrow, and go watch that catch again, because Carter Page, that was gorgeous. Made it look easy, and now he's going to get a chance and scores. And that goes back to the catch that he made on the outlet pass, and then the hard work setting the pick. Another pick. There's the roll, and Carter Page. Oh, what a beautiful job pulling the stick back to sneak that shot down past the left foot of Zach Higgins. And Stephen Orleman's getting his helmet on. We are going to have a goaltending change. Jake Withers and Bo Columbus are ready to go. We're going to be a bit, though, as Stephen Orleman is still making his way down towards the net. Now he's in his crease. Armstrong gets it. He's right at home with the heave away. He's another Halifax Thunderbird. Tony out to McCauley, and he scores. Well, the goalie change didn't work either. The timeout didn't do much. The Lakers just keep rolling. What do you do? Great shovel pass by Katoni. A little breakdown defensively. Garland and Hickey are going to have a chat. It's 8-0. 9-0, actually. They haven't put that goal up yet. We've got it. Yeah, it's 9. It's going to go up on the main scoreboard soon, but we have it for you. Just under 8 minutes to go here in the second period. And I mean, I'm flummoxed. That pass through doesn't connect. Grabbed by Orleman. He'll try and generate something. Outlet pass to Boucher coming off the bench. Drives to the net. Great defensive play by Robert Hope, the captain. Forecheck, though, by Garland. Knocks that ball loose. Then he swats it into the corner. And it's a 10-second count on the Lakers. That's going to be Brooklyn possession. Garland wants to get it going. Clark rips it just wide. Again, trying to be so precise. Oh, what a play by Hope. Double team forecheck pressure. And Hope just knows he didn't have to make a great pass. He just had to get it out. past the crease and to his teammate. Katoni, he is going to let that one rip. Not sure that's the shot you're looking for there. Tate Katoni never met a shot he didn't like. Lakers looking for double digits. Brooklyn just looking to get their first playoff goal of the season. Here's Kiernan. Hutchison turns him back. That shot's off the target. McLeod scoops it. He rips one, saved by Rose. McLeod follows, just misses, went low to high. Penalty coming. Couple of penalties coming. Brady Kiernan getting into it with Eric Schul. Oh, I was just checking the score of the other game. It's 7-5. Owen Sound is roaring back. Holy cow. I'm guessing Jackson Webster had something to do with that. The league MVP. You know what? He had none of those goals. Doesn't even have any assists. That's crazy. Isaiah Moran Weeks, speaking of draftable players. Chris Boucher having a chat with Connor Kiernan as Brooklyn gets ready to go to their power play. Carter Page will come over and serve the extra penalty that Eric Schul took. That pass doesn't connect. Withers, one-hand shovel pass. Nice job. And Johnny Pearson rumbles up over center. Leaves it for Reziteritz. Again, the rhythmic clapping. Man, the days when Mark Stainhouse was here and there was no 30-second clock on the penalty kill, it was unbelievable. You just couldn't catch him. You could not keep up with him. You couldn't get the ball away. The stutter steps, what an athlete. And that's going to be a delay of game penalty to Holden Katoni. You can see the 30-second shot clock is going to expire right there, right here, and then he's going to flip it down into the corner. It's a bit of a rookie mistake by the veteran Katoni. And Brooklyn has another 5-on-3 advantage. McLeod coming to the bench. They're going to send Luke Keenan out. And Barnable will once again be the safety valve. Or Mike Byrne actually is the safety valve up at the top. Brooklyn's just got to get going here. They've got to get a goal.
Lakers penalty to number 99, Holden Katoni.
That one stopped by Rose. Oh, nice job knocking that one down as the outlet pass was attempted. Barnable is up on the offensive on the power play. Diving attempt, there it is! The first goal of the game, and it's Chris Boucher right on top of the crease. Just plays a little catch with Connor Kiernan creeping in behind the back. Rams that one home 5-hole. 5:29 to go here in the second period. It's 9-1. Brooklyn's on the board. I assure you the rest of the games in this series are going to be a lot closer, and this one may still be. Don't count that's a big mountain to climb, an 8-goal deficit here with 25 minutes to play, but we'll see what happens. Owen Sound did it against the Chiefs. They've climbed back in and made a big game of it. Let's see what Brooklyn's got up their sleeve as Peterborough taking their time. Killing this 5-on-4 as the first penalty has expired. 5 seconds. Robinson rips it. Orleman has stayed in. Hands it off there to Barnable.
That's Boucher from Kiernan and Barnable. Time of the goal, 14:31.
Lots of time on this power play. 14 on the shot clock for Brooklyn. That shot's off Rose. Bounces straight back out to Barnable. Who's becoming a fixture on this power play. They're looking for the skip pass. It wasn't there. Lakers taking away the middle well. So they're going to go for the shot and a score right there. That is Barnable. And they just go the old around the house to get it over to Barnable. Nobody comes out to him, and he is able to bounce that one home. Barnable had 7 goals, mostly playing a transition role. 7 goals during the regular season. He is contributing here as Brooklyn trying to creep back into this. Withers just trying to pitchfork it out as Columbus battling for it. We're going to have withholding. Actually, it's a handball touch. That will hand the ball over to the Lakers. Mike Robinson over the top. Rezaterich quickly back. McCulley scores. Great ball movement. Let's see all of that. Robinson rips it down to Rezaterich. And Hogarth just opening up some space for McCulley to tap that one home. So after a couple of straight goals by Brooklyn, the Lakers have their response. Brooklyn comes away with this one. And Michael White going to push into the offensive zone. Hands it off there. Brady Kiernan at the top takes it. Here's Connor Kiernan. I thought he was going to let it rip. He'll flip it over to the far side instead. Barnable playing some regular offensive shifts now. So they're trying to switch things up a little bit. Sidearm blast from Kiernan. Rose is looking for the man off the bench. Great hustle to get it. And a chance. Just missing that was Braden Saris. Love the sprint by the defender. Didn't catch who it was, but that is going to be noticed by his teammates. One of the Lakers D just getting his butt over to the bench to make that change. Here's Ben Trumbull out for an offensive shift, as he's been wont to do on occasion lately. Holden Katoni. Rocket is blocked out front, but grabbed there by Trumbull. The 30 expires. And Barnable on the run. They ran a couple of guys through the slot there, but weren't able to find anything. Well picked up by Peterborough. That pass a little bit high for Kiernan. There's Kiernan. He's got that one. That's a little wide. McLeod puts that back. Oh, Robert Hope took that one. Oh, I know people love block shots, but that's why I'm not necessarily a huge fan. Robert Hope is not looking very comfortable. But the captain is tough as nails. He is on his way to the bench. He may take a shift off. Probably just one. That pass doesn't connect. It's scooped up. Jacob Hickey on the run. He is so dangerous. He's going to get a shot off. Saved by Rose. Back to himself. And the pass out front. Where'd that one go? Robinson grabs it. Great job by Robinson getting back in transition D. He was trying to find somebody off the bench, but there was nobody available for the change yet. Hutchison, though, with all kinds of forecheck pressure. It's kicked out. Nate Woods was going to the turf as he tried to make that pass, and it flung wildly up the floor. Final minute and a half here-ish of the second period. Lakers up 10-2. Remember, Game 2 is Saturday. That's at 8 p.m. in Whitby, at Iroquois Park Sports Center. Game 3 will be right back here Monday at 7 p.m. Note that different time on the Civic Holiday, 7 p.m. on Monday. We'll have that one for you here on Stamplax. Tell your friends, subscribe to the channel. You can get notifications of when the games are coming up. We'll have events set, get those games all set up on the YouTube. Who knows how long it'll go. Right now, of course, the Lakers in control of this Game 1. And in control of the ball as Gilray comes away with that out of the battle. Rezaterich from the bench. Withers will set a pick. No, he'll slip through. Rezaterich just missed it. And there's a fan in the restaurant saying that got up out of play. That hit the netting. The officials didn't see it. Brooklyn has the ball anyway, so it doesn't really make much difference as Garland leaves it there. Hidden ball trick was working okay, but somebody on the Lakers bench was yelling 65 very loudly. Kiernan driving underneath. Oh, great job, Pearson, to turn him aside. Rebound pops out. Timeout being taken by Brooklyn. I thought they were taking a timeout. Maybe not. They're just going to run with it. Orleman's at the bench. They've got the extra attacker. Try to pass it down. Good swarming defense by the Lakers. Rose is going to go for the net. He'll run out of time. Had the line, was a little high. He's scored some goals in his day. Doesn't get one here. The Lakers don't really need the goalie scoring as they're up 10-2 through 40 minutes of play. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Major Series Lacrosse playoff action on Stamp Black's YouTube. Thanks, lacrosse friends, for being with us. Welcome back to Lacrosse, friends. Third period about to get underway of game one of the Major Series Lacrosse semifinals. We're going to take a quick peek and let you know that the score in Six Nations is 10-5, so the Chiefs are getting rolling again a little bit. Here it's 10-2 for the Peterborough Lakers. Brooklyn will have first possession of the third period and see what they can do to chip away at this lead. So pleased to have you with us here. Hope you're enjoying the game. I know it's not what really anyone expected. These teams so closely matched during the season. That block, oh, what a pickoff, cleanly stolen by Matt Gilray, who will leave it for Ben Trumbull. Trumbull rumbling up into the offensive zone. They'll leave it there for Holden Catoni. What a catch by Matt Gilray. There has to be a certain amount of luck to that, but boy, you got to be good to pick that ball off and just take off with it. Mike Robinson, nice feed across, but I think it got tipped away. Not sure if it hit a Laker or a BLC player. Almost went with the old name. Nice little outlet pass. We got some very proud parents in front of us, as Brendan Marino is one of the players just named to Canada's team for the U20 Worlds. This is going to be taking place in South Korea. You can go to the Lacrosse Canada website and check that out. Go to the World Lacrosse, check out all of the info. Everyone very excited for the U20s going on. There is a lot happening in the world of lacrosse. Go to worldlacrosse.sport. Oh, that one gets through. It's a goal. Nick Rose thought he had it. Brady Kiernan from outside, it just somehow rattles around and through. And Brooklyn's got one back. Don't go anywhere. After the goal, Johnny Pearson is going to the box for a roughing call along with, didn't see who he went off with.
Brooklyn goal, scored by number 83, Brady Kiernan. Assist to number 17,
Connor Kiernan with a nice job grabbing that one. Connor Kiernan, what a job to hang on to that ball with Trumbull's stick all over him. The big pick, the spin, knocked away. Reaching into the crease was Taggart Clark. You can't do that in the summer. So Pearson and Justin Lee for Brooklyn are the ones who went off for a roughing. So we've got 4-on-4 lacrosse. 5-on-5 lacrosse, sorry. Oh, what a pass in front. But Carter Page is stoned by Stephen Orleman, who remains in the game for Brooklyn. He replaced Zach Higgins. Ducking underneath, sidearm shot. That one's turned aside by Rose, and Bushi just says, what do you have to do to beat this guy? Those two, of course, teammates during the winter with the Toronto Rock. So they've seen each other plenty. Wonder who gets the best of each other in practice. Holden Catoni looking for a shot pass to Rez Terrace, instead Steve Orleman. Jacob Hickey, nice outlet pass, and Barnable's going to run. Hickey was going with him for a moment. Barnable, I would imagine, would stay and play offense. He's been up for a lot of shifts, including on the power play. Kind of taking the role of the rookie Will McLeod a little bit. Here's Kiernan. Shovel pass. Nice duck underneath, but Wesley is stripped. That's a great defensive play by Eric Schul. Mike Robinson off the bench. Thought he might just rip that one. Hogarth goes swim move. It's repelled, and he's going to pull it back out. Trumbull. Oh, penalty coming. Racing in was Nate Woods. And now there's going to be one coming back the other way. Just slashing call on Robinson, who chopped Woods as he picked up the ball. So it's going to be Brooklyn possession because Peterborough took the last penalty. So it's illegal cross-check for Woods. The fans here don't like it. I mean, the illegal cross-check was pretty obvious. I thought the slash was a slash. It was on the legs. Once you get below the hips, you're going to get those calls. Kiernan ducks under. Turning and shooting. Another one caught in midair. This one by Robert Hope. He's going to find a player off the bench. It's Holden Catoni.
2 minutes for illegal cross-check.
All kinds of pressure from Byrne, almost up to center on Holden Catoni. Tate Catoni has it now. Watched by Hickey. Trying to pull it down across the top to get a shot. Saris back to Tate Catoni. Ball left behind. Holden Garland. They're just going to muck with a few seconds left. Veteran play. Headsy play by Holden Garland. Just make sure there is no danger and let the 30 tick away. Well, McLeod's back on the floor. He's going to head over to the lefty shooter spot. Brady Kiernan's directing some traffic for the lefties.
Your attendance for tonight's game.
Backdoor attempt. Oh, what a great chance. McLeod just missing. And Alex Pace is going to stick with him now. A couple of players lose their sticks. Possession awarded to Peterborough. Schul and Bushi getting after each other. They might just go. Yeah, we're going to have a tilt. Schul's still got his helmet off. Get your helmet off there, Shuey. Bushi, careful with where you're punching. Oh, Schul lands a big left and another one. Finally, Bushi throws Schul down. Don't love the fighting with your helmet on there, but. And they'll be going to their respective dressing rooms. Robert Hope is fired up as he talks to the officials. He and his fellow captain Connor Kiernan over to get the information. And Chico Williams is going to say, just go away. We're going to talk about this and see what will be decided. We're going to have a quick peek to see what's going on over in Six Nations. Still 10-5. Through 2 periods. Five goals and 2 assists for Dane Smith. Goal and 3 assists for Josh Byrne. Yeah, Dane Smith's having a night. I assume he's playing forward again. That's what they did last year. Was Dane Smith played out the back door for the most part during the regular season, and then as they got towards the playoffs, he started playing forward again. He is obviously one of the greatest players on the planet. Holds the all-time NLL scoring records, and he is just devastating with his speed and his skill. Robert Hope is not looking like he's getting what he wants from the officials. And you can see, we can see that the Lakers are getting the extra. Eric Schul gets the extra minor, so Brooklyn's going to go to the power play. It'll be Ogilvie and Gilray at the top. Hope and Pace are the low men as Brooklyn goes strong right with Connor Kieran at the top. Sean Wesley over the shooter spot and Taggart Clark down low. The lefty shooter is Brady Kiernan, and Will McLeod is at the crease. No Bushi, of course, for the power play here. Kiernan to his brother. Nice save. Rose and catches it on a great opportunity for Brady Kiernan. What a great pass. Touch pass with that huge wooden stick to Alex Pace. Gets over to Tate Catoni, and the Lakers go to the penalty kill. Tate Catoni's bouncer goes a little wide and up out of play into the netting. Brooklyn's going to get a chance to set up on the power play again. Johnny Pearson's out for a penalty kill this shift this time, along with Colton Armstrong and Jake Withers. Gilray holdover from the PK1. Looks like the same unit for BLC. Kiernan over to Kiernan. Back to Kiernan. Backdoor, quick stick on the wrong side of the mesh. Great chance for McLeod. The 30 is going to expire as the Lakers muck. Pearson getting into it with Kiernan. With McLeod. McLeod's trying to get himself free. He doesn't have his stick, and he felt Pearson was holding his jersey. I tell you, Brooklyn was agreeing with him. McCulley trying to duck underneath. Well defended there by Columbus, who's going to go and that ball's up and hits the mesh. 17 seconds left on the power play, so Brooklyn can go and get advantage. They're going to have to push a bit to make sure they're not getting too late into this penalty to take a shot. 11-10. Here comes McLeod. That jersey's still tucked up into his kidney pads. Hard rip. Gilray pulls it up, and the Lakers back to even strength. 7 minutes here into the third period, a 7-goal lead for Peterborough. Tate Katoni, the Red Seas part. And Katoni coming in from the restraining line. The toe drag. Brady Kiernan caught on D, got picked a little bit and couldn't get over to make a play. Katoni goes straight at the forward, caught on D. It's 11-3 for the Lakers. Remember, game 2 will be Saturday night in Whitby, Iroquois Park Sports Center, the Brooklin Lacrosse Club, the home team for that one, 8 p.m. Next Monday, come down to the Peterborough Memorial Centre or join us on Stamplack's YouTube for game 3. Ben Trumbull on the run, stopped by Orleman. That one is 7 o'clock start. Mark that one, make a note. You don't want to turn on the stream at 8 o'clock and find out you're halfway through the game. 10-second count or 8-second count. And it's going to be Lakers possession. Delayed penalty coming, so Nick Rose will make his way to the bench. He's backed up by Drew Hutchison. They'll have a nice little glove tap as Hutchison offers Rose some water, as backup goalies are wont to do. Backdoor attempt, it gets away from Saris. He'll flip it back out. Hogarth, backdoor, nice save, sliding across. That's going to be a slashing call. Now we've got some shenanigans over on the far side of the floor. Looks like McCulley and Byrne getting into it. Behind them, White and Katoni sharing pleasantries. Now McCulley and Byrne, or McCulley and White. Little do-si-do, switching partners. So Byrne going for the slash, and the Lakers. Oh, hang on. We have 2 slashing calls. So one is on Darlison, one is on Byrne, and it's going to be a 5-on-3 for the Lakers. Sorry, the first penalty was one's on Ben McDonald, and the other one is on Jake Darlison. So Mike Byrne was going out to see what's happening. Matt Gilray will be the safety valve. Rezitarit to Katoni. McCulley's on the back door. Oh, that is just a rocket. We have seen the Katoni Express from both players in this, both brothers in this game. Oh, look at the power generator with that lower hand by Holden Katoni. And one of the players will be released from the penalty box. Who is it? Looks like Ben McDonald getting out. Jake Darlison will stay in the box. It'll be a 5-on-4. Withers and Columbus at the dot.
Back to Nell. Number 55, Jake Darlison. 2 minutes each for slashing. That's Darlison and back to Nell. 2 minutes each for slashing. Time to those penalties.
Peterborough's getting possession. I didn't see. They might have been late. Brooklyn might have been late getting out for the face-off. So a procedure call. And the Lakers right back to the power play with a 12-3 lead. Shots on goal 39-36 for the Lakers. There's Catoni, the last goal scorer, playing catch with Saris. Rips one across to the far side. Saris behind the back. Bouncer. Rezateris is stopped by Orleman. Back in, and it's going to be Peterborough possession. And Brooklyn's getting frustrated. You build all season to get to the playoffs. You hit the semifinals for what you think is going to be a great series, and you're getting just crushed in your opening game. That can be frustrating. We'll see what happens down these final 11 minutes. Can BLC contain themselves and avoid taking any penalties that could do them longer-term harm? Barnable. Nice poised little play to get it across to Taggart Clark as they kill some time on the penalty. A minute to go. Taggart Clark with some moves, and they get it through to him. That was a pretty nice pass and catch for just kind of getting things set up on the penalty kill. Clark's shot at the buzzer is wide. It's going to roll back. Oh. Oh, Ben McDonald has taken a 10-minute unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. That is why Peterborough got possession after the last goal. Catoni with the rocket. Garland will pass it out. Jacob Garcia just taking his time. Garcia, one of the best midfielders, two-way midfielders you will see with the Western Mustangs. It was dynamite as they've won a bunch of Piscataway Cups in a row. And he was really focused on school. Was drafted by the Georgia Swarm. Didn't go right away because he really wanted to focus on his education. He could go and play professionally while a Western Mustang, but he was very focused, very serious about what he was doing. Then he joined them last year as that save was made by Orleman. Oh, trying to cheeky little between the legs shot was Robinson. That one stopped by Orleman. But yeah, then Jacob Hickey joined the Swarm this year and was an immediate impact player at the professional level. Here's Sean Wesley. Plays with Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas Desert Dogs. My goodness. Desert Dogs. I got it right that time. Here's Kiernan. Feeds it across. That's a pretty nice pass. The shot taken there. And it's going to be a back in on the Lakers. And a quick restart. But Rose makes the save. What a great opportunity for Luke Keenan. Heads up play by Connor Kiernan to get him the ball. But the Lakers are going to turn this one over. And Ben Trumbull up into the offensive zone. Rezateris off the bench. That one's picked clean. Here goes Garland. It's a 3-on-3. Garland ducks underneath. He's looking for the trailer. Pace all over him. Sweeping one-hand shot. Lost his glove. Pace lost a stick. It's a multi-team yard sale there. Catoni shopping. Oh, tried to hit Hogarth in the middle. So sneaky. I mean, you'd think you're always going to be paying to Thomas Hogarth, paying attention. That shot's wide. But he just has a knack for finding open space. And he has a knack for finding balls like that, as he will get possession back for the Lakers. And keep your eye on him, because he is going to generally do something amazing during a lacrosse game. Here's Kiernan off the bench. Well defended by Withers in transition D. Good communication by the Lakers, Hutchinson and Withers, as they come out. And the Lakers are going to be able to set up on D while Brooklyn sets up on O. 12-3 the score. We've got 7:48 to go here in the third period. Thanks to Carrie McMaster, the lovely and talented Carrie McMaster, for operating the scoreboard and doing a great job of it. Lakers are going to slow things down a little bit. You can see Joe Rezaterich saying, take it easy, no rush. We don't have to push this. 9-goal lead, 7.5 minutes to play. Big collision out front. A couple of players go down. Shot from Saris. Swallowed up by Orleman. Again, it's not a huge edge in shots on goal for the Lakers. It's 44-39 at this point. It's just in the scoring column where the big difference is. Well, I guess in the saves column as well. And there's another one for Nick Rose. Lakers brought Rose in this year. Made a big deal in the offseason to get him here, as they are trying to push the multi-time defending Mann Cup champion Six Nations Chiefs. Nice feed through, but it's just a little bit too far. BLC wanted to back in. Nick Rose having a chat with the officials. He's probably in a pretty good mood tonight, only giving up 3 goals so far with 6.5 to play here in the third. Game 2 Saturday at 8 p.m. Monday, 8 p.m. back here in Peterborough, or 7 p.m. Sorry. Here I was telling you all to remember 7 p.m. Nice behind the back pass, Katoni to Katoni. To Katoni, and the save by Orleman ruins some great brotherly passing. We've seen it from the Kiernans at one end, the Katonis at the other. Mike Byrne rips a pass across to Taggart Clark. Digging that black shoe, black sock combo. I like it. They find Clark on the backside. Armstrong, great job, and then help coming from Hutchison. It is getting physical. Backdoor attempt. Double clutch to the 30. He's going to run out on Justin Lee. And what's this penalty? Looks like Colton Armstrong. Just as I'm praising the solid defense, he's going to go for being slightly overzealous and getting a slashing call. Brooklyn will go to the power play. Kiernan rotates across the top to Clark. It's Brady Kiernan. Connor Kiernan with the rip. That one's tipped aside by Johnny Pearson. He and Hope are the low men on the PK. Gilray and Pace up top. Clark finds Brady Kiernan. Backdoor. Oh, that is beautiful. What a finish by Sean Wesley. Great passing play. Starting with Clark here up at the top. Brady Kiernan. What a tic-tac-toe. And the finish by Sean Wesley. It's 12-4 on the power play goal. Withers pulls it out. It's grabbed by Ogilvie to get that face-off win. As we approach the final 5 minutes. The Peterborough fans want a holding penalty. I think if there was going to be one, it might have actually been on Mitch Ogilvie. He had a pretty good clamp on the arm of Mike Byrne. Oh, stop by Stephen Orleman on that hard underhand blast by Braden Saris. Luke Keenan. Watched by Gilray. Comes over the top. Shot Rose, another save. Kate Katoni over to his brother. Thanks for being with us across Francis. That rip is going to get wide of the net. Penalty coming. Oh, no, just crease violation. And Brooklyn will come forward. Game 2 Saturday at 8, Game 3 Monday at 7 p.m. here on Stamplax YouTube. Make sure you bookmark it. I'll get those events set up so all the rest of the games here in Peterborough are on the YouTube page so you can ask for notifications. Rip from Clark goes wide. He'll go out back and get it. 3 on the shot clock. That's off the face of Rose straight out to Gilray. No transition push. No rush for the Lakers. Mike Robinson flips over to the near side to Rezatera. It's burn on him. It's knocked down. Barnwell tried to get off with it. Garland kind of flipped it ahead. Wesley on the far side. You really hear the communication as it's a pretty quiet crowd. They'd normally be kind of fired up here towards the end of a game, but the 12-4 has kind of sucked the excitement out of the crowd here in the Memorial Centre, as many of them are starting to make their way to the exits, trying to beat the traffic getting out of the parking lot. It can be pretty hectic. Get big crowds here, 2,500 or so tonight, I believe was the attendance. Let's double check that. We have the attendance on here. They did announce it. Good crowds here in Peterborough. Really raucous when they get going. And they're going to let the 30 expire. It's not quite raucous right now. You're not missing anything since we don't have the ambient tonight. We will, though, as we move forward. Taggart Clark spinning, back up top. The hard shot, another save by Nick Rose. And Brooklyn's actually closing the gap in shots on goal. It's now 47-45. It's just that touchdown with the 2-point conversion by which Peterborough leads is the big difference. I would imagine Nick Rose might be named the Lakers defensive player of the game for this one. On the offensive side, who's done most of the damage? Well, Tate Katoni with the hat trick. Rezatera, 2 goals and 6 assists. Wow, that is a quiet 8-point night for Joe Rezatera. He is always in the thick of things, though, making things happen for the Lakers. Getting feisty out in front of the crease. Jake Withers trying to clear space. Robert Hope with the block and then the chop on Kiernan. Final minute of play, and the Lakers are happy to let the time tick away. BLC is happy to let the time tick away for the most part. Mike Byrne will go and play a little bit of defense, but the Lakers are going to go up 1-0. I imagine the Six Nations Chiefs are as well. Yeah, 11-6, so they are pretty much in control on the other side. Go to the Major Series Lacrosse website. Check out the follow the stats. You can go to the game sheet stats, gamesheetstats.com. Look up MSL. Oh, that's a nice try by Luke Keenan. Pretty moves. The final 7 seconds are going to tick away, and the Peterborough Lakers will go up 1-0 in the Major Series Lacrosse semifinals. And Robert Hope, the captain, is going to go and get the game ball. Toss over to Matt Giles. So 12-4 the final score, even with the shots just 47-46. There will be no handshakes after games. During the playoffs, they will wait until the end of the series. And then everyone will shake hands. So it's 1-0 Six Nations, we believe, over on the other side of the bracket. 1-0 Lakers here. Game 2 Saturday at 8 p.m. in Whitby. You can watch that one. We'll get the word out on where you can see the stream. And Monday, 7 p.m. back here with us on Stamplax YouTube from the Peterborough Memorial Centre. Thank you so much, lacrosse friends, for being with us. We will see you next time.